see this look from time to time from the Knights. Third down, St. Clair deep drop back. He's going deep down the field. The pass is caught. Wide open 40, 30. It's Buck Studwell. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. New York. They're going to hand it off to H. Shaw. He got the first down. A championship is coming to New York.
23 seconds, 22 seconds. What are they going to do here? 4 yards from the end zone. Dunhill going to throw again. Dunhill out to Hollywood. BDG Hollywood touchdown! Oh my. The Atlanta Swarm. How about it? Your champions, Georgia. 27-10 over Sioux Falls. Your Atlanta Swarm are title winners.
To the right, that's Carr. 2 down from the end. Handoff, Sandlin. Boy, he almost got hit the backfield, and Sandlin breaks it through for a touchdown for Seattle. What a run from Sandlin. He was dead to rights in the backfield and made something out of nothing.
Going to go 5 wide for Wigmore. Wigmore steps up, hit as he threw. Pass is intercepted at the 50 with room to return. It's Albert Begin again. 35-30. Albert Begin. 20, 10. Touchdown, Lone Star. Ivory Irvin not fast enough this time, and the Glory right back in it.
Second and 10 from the 38. Marconi back to pass against another blitz. Marconi's going to avoid a sack. Throw a ball deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a throw! What a throw! Touchdown! Minneapolis to Auburn on Sabu. Oh my goodness! A slow motion replay here. You've got to be kidding me. SFL is going to bring out the trophy, and Minneapolis is going to get to celebrate for the fans that came down. Receivers, 3 to the right side. Tallahassee needs a stop. They haven't gotten one here in the third. And Cochran's going to the end zone. It's cut for a touchdown. And Alaska has 9 points here in the third quarter. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Alaska Storm. They are your Season 11 SFL champions.
How about E.J. DeCue, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked on that line. Great protection for Jackson. Now Moses is running over people, as are the rest of the Scorpions, and they fight him for a touchdown.
This Matt Wilson's pass is caught for a touchdown. What a throw to Dijon Swan. The Mexico City Aztecs, headlined by team owner Ramos Lin, gets their first SFL championship, a 38-24 victory over Chicago.
Ninth. Wigmore now 10 of 13, 76 yards, 14th pass of the day. Wigmore fires it outside, it's intercepted! John Barnhart, touchdown! Sioux Falls, he does it again for the Sparrows in the postseason!
Showing a blitz on the outside, it's Queen City. Everyone stays home. Darnell Black runs past everybody, picks up a block. Darnell Black in the open field. 40, 35, 30. Being chased by Shine. He won't catch him. And the Hyenas have cut it to 7.
Mama, there goes that man.
Stats all-star crew for a terrific start so far. Third down and 9 to start the second quarter. Ivory Irvin's over the top, and it's a touchdown for Baltimore.
Jark Tarkington has a chance to win it.
Oh my goodness. For all of that, and Tarkington gives Baltimore their 3rd straight title. Oh my goodness.
Well, McChesney gonna get a carry. Oh, there goes McChesney. One man to beat, he breaks it. Jaron McChesney down the sideline. Francis trying to catch him. Not today, young fella. Touchdown, Denver. They're right back in it. Down to 15 seconds left. Zuli back to pass. He's going to Corky. It is caught. And he brings it down. DC.
Greg Corky. They gotta pull out something miraculous here.
DC can't let him get behind him. They got to keep everything in front of him here. This is the ball game. Daniel Garcia back to pass. He's going to throw it deep to the middle. The pass is caught, and the tackle is made. And the DC Dragons have won the championship by a miracle on Zach Zuli's throw to Greg Corky. And I let the fellas give me a breath.
Welcome to Seattle, Washington for another game here in the SFL. The Seattle Nemesis facing off against the Jacksonville Kings. A very, very long road trip for Jacksonville. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Ramos Ling. Alongside me in the booth is none other than Mr. Mark Lopez, Ron Haynes, and Ethan Kai helping us with the stats. And pushing the buttons, none other than Commissioner Cameron Irvine. And Mark, this is going to be a really interesting game. Jacksonville coming off of a 2-game losing streak, and Seattle just won their first game of the season last week. What are your keys for this matchup?
This is going to be a great game, as you said, Ramos. Interesting point as well to Seattle's win in Week 4, snapping their 3 losing streak. That was also a last-minute win by them, a last-minute interception into the game-winning field goal. So that was a close one for them. They had to wait 11 weeks last season for their first win of that season. This season only took them 4, and they're looking to extend that to 2. I think turnovers will be the key for this game, Ramos. Turnovers was what wanted for Seattle last week, or in their last game. And turnovers, they have 10. Both teams have 10 this season. Who can take the ball away, or who can protect the ball, that might be the key to this game, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 7.5 by Jack's data.
We'll see about that. The over-under setting about 48.5 points.
The Steamers have won the toss and select to receive.
And we are set to kick this one away. Seattle in the black uniforms. And Jacksonville in the all white. Hand is up. And we're on their way from Seattle. On the return from the 4-yard line is Jacksonville. They will get it past the 20 and up to the 25-yard line as Jacksonville is set to start the game. Let's introduce you to the Jacksonville offense. O.J. Bruin under center as the quarterback. The halfback is Sean Sanders. Wide receiving core of 5 wideouts: Christopher Ochoa, Dale Swayze, Joseph Boudet, Goalie Morrison, and Kingston Ellington. The tight end is Joel Harleman. And the offensive linemen of note are Olivia and Alden Bleeker on the left side. Bunch set, first play for Jacksonville. They'll hand the ball off, and there's nothing there for Sean Sanders, a loss of 2.
Yeah, Sean Sanders is having a rough start to this season. Second fewest or third fewest in yards with 164 through 4 weeks. Very one-dimensional season so far from Jacksonville. Predominantly passing game. Maybe Seattle will look to exploit that one-dimensionness of them.
They will go again in the bunch set. Jacksonville will. Man-to-man coverage. Play action by O.J. Bruin. The pass is going to be caught for a pickup of about 11 yards. And let's check the penalty. It may be PI.
Holding, number 57.
It's actually going to be defensive holding instead of the PI. It's going to be 5 yards and an automatic first down. Horrell with the penalty. And let's introduce you to the rest of the Seattle defense. Sean Perrin and Aaron Stein are the defensive ends. Greg Ward and Catherine Horrell are the defensive tackles. Linebackers are Katie Horrell, David Horrell, and Matthias Citrion. The corners are Amar Bryant Jr. and Daniel Valentine. And the safeties, Ethan Cogday. This pass to the outside goes to Sean Sanders for another loss. This one was a loss of 1 yard as the Seattle defense is keying on number 26.
Yeah, absolutely good stuff from the Seattle defense. They've prevented Jacksonville. They've only allowed them -1 yards in 2 plays, penalty being the only positive yardage gained by Jacksonville so far.
Empty set this time. 3-2 defense for Seattle. Bruin to throw. Bruin goes middle. The pass is going to be caught for a pickup of 4 on the play. Going to make it a 3rd and 7 yards to go.
The 3rd and 7, we'll see how they do on 3rd down in this game. Pretty solid so far in the season. 60% is incredible. Good enough for top 7 in the league.
3rd down and 7. The ball at the 31-yard line. Again, the bunch set. Now with 4 wide receivers. Bruin to throw. Bruin, the pass middle is going to be short of the sticks by about 4 yards as Seattle makes the stop.
Yeah, defense really played that well. Just, allow nothing deep, and only open pass for OJ Bruin was the one receiver in the middle, not even close enough for a first down.
Jacksonville and Seattle, about as far away as you can get in the U.S., almost 3,000 miles. Jacksonville will punt the ball away to Seattle. And a fair catch is called at the 33-yard line. And let's introduce you to the Seattle offense. Trellis Blanton is the quarterback, 6'4", 220. And the backfield is Baloo Scott and Matt Brown. The wide receivers are Zach Patton, David Gears, Tito Queen, and Gus Scott. And the tight ends are Paulie Truth and Dean Jackson, the second-year guy. First down and 10 for Blanton and company. They go in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Blanton will throw. Blanton, short to the outside. The pass is caught. That's Gears with a catch for a pickup of 6.
Yeah, this receiving core, 4 wide receivers and 4 tight ends. Blanton definitely will have a lot of targets in this evening. He will have a lot of targets all throughout the season, but especially in this game.
Second down, 4 yards to go with the ball at the 39-yard line. Man-to-man coverage showing for Jacksonville and a 9 formation for Seattle. This run goes left. Good for a gain of 3 as Scott is 1 yard shy of the first down marker.
Baloo Scott had a respectable outing in week 4. She had 25 carries, 74 yards. Total yardage actually of over 100 for her. So she's looking to, replicate that performance somehow this evening.
High formation, power set. Scott gets the handoff and Scott pushes forward for a first down. Let's introduce you to the Jacksonville defense now. Taquan Hale and Forrest Dalton at the defensive ends. Joey Schwint and Logan Gardner at defensive tackles. John Martin, Stan Diamond, and TJ Harper are the linebackers. Bernard Gooding, Nathan Kerr, and Ricky Robinson at the cornerback position. And the safeties are Young Bott, Jorge Torres, and Toby Nair. This is going to be a first down, same formation for Seattle. They will pass this time. The pass is swing to Baloo Scott, and she goes nowhere, a loss of 2.
Yeah, absolutely good play over there by the tackler. Number 21, George Torres. Great tackle in the open field. Quick to close onto Baloo Scott. And yeah, no negative yardage gain. That's what you want to see from a defender.
Second down and 12 yards to go this time. Blanton to throw. Blanton inside. The pass caught to David Gears again. Gain of 10. 3rd and 2 coming up.
David Gears, his favorite target so far this season. Last week, 3 receptions for 43 yards, already up to 346 yards in the season. It's not cracking the top 25, top 20 in the league in receiving yards, but in the top 20 in terms of receptions with 32 in the season.
Third down and 2 with 3 wide receivers. Man coverage looking again with outside leverage. Blanton changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Blanton checks to a run. The run goes to the outside. An easy first down and way more as Baloo Scott breaks the tackle. And that's a great job by Trellis Blanton changing the play at the line.
Absolutely great play by everyone. All the blockers, all the receivers, and everyone at the edge. Just getting blocks for Baloo Scott. And she did an extra effort as well at the end to shed one defender. Ooh, number 55 being shed right there. John Martin, unfortunately, unable to bring her down the first time.
Far formation this time for Seattle. 4-3 defense for Jacksonville. Blanton to throw. Trellis Blanton to the outside. Pass caught again. And a gain of 9 for Seattle this time. As they get close for moving the chain. Zach Patton with the catch.
Yeah, great run by Patton, just running out. And what a sharp cut he had. He was already 2-3 yards out from his defender in open space on the outside. Gets some easy 9 yards for his team. Jacksonville 2nd and 1.
Second and 1. 12 personnel here for Seattle. Man-to-man coverage again for Jacksonville. Bland will throw. Bland steps up in the pocket.
Wow.
Bland throws it. The pass is caught and running to the 5. Actually ruled at the 6. I think his right foot was behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's a legal play. What do you think, Mark?
I thought he already made it over the line. We'll see if they try to challenge this, and they will, because I thought it was over the line when he got the ball out.
Very, very close. Let's see if the right foot. Don't look at the ball. Don't look at the arm. Look at any part of his body. If the right foot is behind the line of scrimmage, it's a legal play. I think it's. Oh yeah. He stepped further away from the from the line of scrimmage. That's gonna be back. That's gonna be called back.
Which is unfortunate because it would have been a great scramble play by him. And yeah, it is overturned, as he said.
Yeah, good call. You know, on first glance, he was really, really close. But now that you take a look at that side angle, it's pretty clear. Jacksonville and Seattle, they're far apart in distance, and they're far apart as well in their franchise histories. Jacksonville with 120 total wins in their franchise history. That's second. Seattle with 2 wins in a couple seasons. That's 28th. Australia's Bland gets the pass to Gears. This one is caught to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely interesting story between these teams in terms of history, right? You're talking about Jacksonville with so many seasons in the league versus an up-and-coming team. And what an up-and-coming roster this is as well. You're talking about how young these players are in terms of how many seasons they've played. In the offense alone, only one player in Seattle has played in the league for more than 3 seasons. That's Paulie Truth with 4 seasons in the league.
That one is going to be a penalty for an offsides, as Jacksonville will give up 5 free yards. Let's take a look at R62 one more time. Who's been very busy here in the first quarter. Jacksonville with 46 road wins in franchise history. That ranks most in SFL history.
Wow.
Seattle has 1 win at home here in 2 seasons, or 1.5 seasons. But at the 9-yard line with the chance of taking the lead, Bland pass. The pass is going to be to the middle, caught, and I think it's going to be just shy of the first down marker.
It looks like it's just shy of the first down marker. Nonetheless, what a drive Seattle has been having so far. 55 yards in 9 plays, or in 10 plays. After that, 60 yards in 11 plays, and looking to convert on this first down.
Second down and inches with the ball at the 5. Handoff. Scott is going to go to the half-yard line. They're going to say she was short of the end zone. That's worth taking another look at it.
Yeah, it's worth taking a look. I wonder if the ball broke the plane.
No challenge by Seattle. I formation from the goal line set. Handoff. Scott pushed backwards. A loss of about 2 yards on the play. Second and goal.
Yeah, I must say we've been having a good battle in the trenches. The run defense versus the run offense. Twice the run defense has got Baloo behind the line of scrimmage. Twice Baloo broke away for a lot of yards. And you saw right there, tackle for loss for the defense. They won that one.
Second down and goal with the ball at the 2. Handoff. Scott. And Baloo Scott is going to be close again, but not quite in the end zone. Third and goal coming up.
Yeah, I mean, a run play might be the obvious one for sure. Look for Seattle to key up a surprise pass play. Only one option down. Maybe Baloo Scott up the field.
Third and goal. Scott wide open. Touchdown, Seattle.
And Baloo Scott, in perfect timing, runs the out route and the only open space that nobody was covering. And the first points on the board are on the underdog Seattle. Baloo Scott with 6.
Wide open, the defenders were chasing them, but those linebackers backside are not gonna be able to cover the speedy Baloo Scott. And a great drive by Seattle. 15 plays, 69 yards, and most importantly, coming away with 7 points, extra point pending. Picking the extra point for Seattle is going to be Christian Ronald Sui. As this kick is up and good, Seattle takes the lead 7-0. As Jacksonville will try again.
Yeah, and we talked about the key to the game would be turnovers, and the flip side of that, obviously protecting the ball. And what a way to protect the ball. 8 touches to Baloo Scott. She ran that ball incredibly well. She caught the ball twice, and when the ball is in her hands, you're pretty sure that it's going to be secure.
Dallas Blend on that drive, 7 of 8 for 39 yards and a touchdown. Strong start for the Seattle quarterback. This return goes to the 25. And O.J. Bruin will try again. O.J. Bruin on the last drive, 2 catches or 2 completion, 2 attempts, but minus 7 yards on those. And, you know, it's a situation here for Jacksonville where even though Sean Sanders was pushed backwards in a couple of plays, I think they need to continue to establish him a little bit. You cannot become one-dimensional here in the first quarter. There's going to be a pass, though, by Bruin. Pass to the outside deep, and it's incomplete. Great defense. In the backfield by Seattle. Or the back end, rather, by Seattle. Brian with the deflection.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ramos being one-dimensional would be easier to defend. And you saw right there, Seattle, they know that Jacksonville likes to lean on the pass play. That's what they've been leaning on all season, and they were able to get an easy pass deflection right there.
2nd down and 10. More man-to-man coverage here for Seattle. Bruin to throw. Bruin, the pass middle is going to be caught by Harlman for a 1st down as Jacksonville moves the chains.
Yeah, actually, nice catch there by Harlman. The 6 feet, 220 tight end, and just catches it. Holds onto it as he's getting hit, and that's what you like from a tight end. Secure hands.
We approach the end here quickly of the first quarter of play. Jacksonville with their 2nd drive here of the first. Bruin to throw. Bruin deep. The pass is going to be knocked away again by Amar Bryant Jr. And there's nothing happening here deep for Jacksonville.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Amar Bryant with his 2nd pass deflection of the season. He's looking for many pass deflections. He is leading, or not him, but he has 2 interceptions already in the season. That one almost his 3rd.
2nd down and 10 yards to go with the ball at the 37. Bruin under center. And he will throw. Bruin pass middle. The pass is caught at midfield. And moving the change is Christopher Ochoa. First grab of the game from him.
I gotta say, O.J. Bruin, despite the defenses trying to key in and home in on his passes, and you saw, we're not getting a replay, but at least 2 defenders tried to jump on the ball's trajectory, but still O.J. Bruin tries the needle, finds his receiver.
1st down and 10 with the ball at midfield. Bruin to throw. Bruin passes middle. The pass should have been intercepted. Actually, Matthias Hitrion had a chance at it and got it knocked away by another defender, I think. Let's take a look at this replay. No, it was actually him.
Oh, yeah.
Easily could have come away with a pick. Great play by the defender.
Bobbled around in his chest. Couldn't come away with the interception as Matthias Hitrion still hunting for his 1st interception of the season.
2nd down and 10 with the ball at midfield. Shotgun set, 4 wide receivers for Jacksonville. Play action. Bruin to throw to the outside, knocked away.
Yeah, read that like a book. 100% that's Ethan Kai, who, by the way, is also in our stats truck. Him and Ron Haynes, thank you very much for doing stats for us. But Ethan Kai, great defensive play right there. And just knowing your spots, knowing your coverage, jumps on that ball real quick, and nothing doing for Jacksonville. Another 3rd down for them.
Another third down and long for Jacksonville. They will throw. Bruin, pass deep, and the pass is intercepted this time. Amar Bryant Jr. with 2 pass deflections, and now he gets his interception.
Wow, look at that. Playing the receiver like he is the receiver, and a great interception right there by Seattle, who you wouldn't think would be performing this well on defense. When you look at their scoreboard in the last 4 games, they've allowed 32 points on average. In this game, Jacksonville is still scoreless in the first quarter ending.
First down and 10. Handoff. Scott nowhere. Loss of 2 for Baloo. Great defensive play by the Jacksonville defense.
Baloo Scott, after that play, loss of 2 yards, 23 yards total running in 7 attempts. And she's doing not too bad for herself.
Second down and 12. Blanton to throw. Blanton to the outside. Gets hit as he throws, but the pass is caught for 5. And it's the end of the first. Seattle 7, Jacksonville nothing. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by 8 p.m. Music right here on YouTube. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time, but our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy, as Travis Blandon puts a perfect pass to his wide receiver for another first down.
Yeah, great pass right there. And Seattle looking like the better offense already early on in this game. We'll see how much Jacksonville can adapt as the game goes on. But so far, their job is cut out for them. Ramos, they've been allowing yards, long conversions, long runs. And it seems like Seattle is just taking it easy.
First down and 10 with the ball at the 48. Bland to pass to the outside, and the pass is going to be knocked away last moment by the defender. Second down and 10 coming up.
No, yeah, that was just a great defense on his man at all times. Literally on his hip, and that's what you like from your defender. Don't get the PI, but be close enough that when you make that hit, you jar the ball loose, and that's exactly what happened.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball at the 48. 4-3 defense for Jacksonville. Seattle with their power set. They will run. Scott with a lot of opening, and Baloo Scott will have 11 yards and another nemesis first down.
Again, Baloo Scott with another great run. She has had 3 huge runs so far in this first half. By huge, not necessarily gigantic, but she's had 10-yard run plays 3 times already, and very refreshing to see.
Bunch formation, 3-3 defense for Jacksonville. And Trellis Blandon will pass to the outside. Baloo Scott gets the catch, and Baloo Scott has about 20 yards up to the 41-yard line. And that is another Seattle first down.
It is the Baloo Scott so far in this game. 3 touches in this drive by her for a total of 30 yards. And she also, reminder, contributed for 8 total plays in their last drive. So a heavy dose of Baloo Scott early on in this game.
First down and 10 yards to go at the 21. This Jacksonville defense so far unable to stop anything that Seattle has shown. Bland will throw. Bland to the outside. Baloo Scott. They stopped that one though for no gain. Good play on the defensive side by Jacksonville. Second and 10.
Yeah, Torres able to avoid the potential block and get to Scott instantly. There was a potential huge block that could have broken Scott away for more yards. And that's what I was saying. This battle against the running game, sometimes it goes the defense way, sometimes it goes the running game way.
This time it went the running game's way for a pickup of 9 as Baloo Scott gets close to the first down marker. Seattle in the red zone again. Their whole playbook is open on a 3rd and 1. 12 personnel here for the Nemesis. They will throw. Blend, pass to the end zone, and the pass is knocked away. Picked off. Jacksonville with the first big play on defense on their side. Get their interception, and that's no points for Seattle in this drive.
What a great play by the defense right here. I mean, both the tip, look at that athletic tip, and then the interception. Bernard Gooden to John Martin. What a defensive play right there by the Jacksonville Kings, who turn around an interception on their offense, takes away one for themselves.
1st down and 10 with the ball at the 20-yard line. Bunch set for the Kings. Bruin to throw. Bruin, lots of time in the pocket, throws to the outside, and that's almost intercepted again. Ethan Kai with the deflection. And they really haven't given the ball to Sanders on the ground ever since the first drive. And OJ Bruin is really struggling.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was rough, as he said, almost an interception. I'd say almost a pick six, because there was just green space and only 20 yards to the touchdown. It looks like they're keying up for another pass play here.
Yeah, with 5 wide receivers, OJ Bruin changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Bruin to throw. Bruin with time. The pass is going to be caught, and near the sticks goes the receiver for a pickup of 9 yards. That's Joseph Boudet with his first catch.
Yeah, good catch right there. Good patience as well by Bruin. All his receivers deep. Seemed like we're covered and settled for 9 yards, but hey, it's 3rd and 1. He'll take it.
3rd and 1. 4 wideouts. They will run it on a counter, though, and Sanders will not
Oh!
get the first.
Really?
Close. But David Horrell makes the stop. That was close, man.
That is close. I don't think it's close enough for a challenge. I didn't think it was over, but it was close.
Wow. The Jacksonville Kings do not convert on 3rd. And on 4th and inches, they will have to punt the ball again. This punt goes cleanly. And fair caught at the 37-yard line for Seattle. Let's send it to Cam for a game break update. Cam?
Thank you, Ramos. One of the best interceptions you will see all season, as Dave Burr's pass is deflected by Ben Stackenpaper, picked by Ben Stackenpaper, and returned by Ben Stackenpaper. GP Wells is also injured in this game. The ball rolling down the hill for the unbeaten Vultures. Back to you guys in Seattle.
Thank you, Cam. What a great athletic play by Stackenpaper, as this run to Baloo Scott goes for a gain of maybe half a yard, as John Martin, who got the interception in the previous play, makes another big play on defense.
Baloo Scott touching the ball in 5 of their last 6 plays by Seattle. And you'd think, doesn't that sound too predictable coming from them? But you see, the thing is, they utilize Baloo Scott in the pass play and the run play. And she is a dual threat.
The pass by Bland goes to the outside. It's caught. It is caught by David Gears for another Seattle first down to the 48-yard line. And this offense is cooking so far.
Yeah, absolutely. How about the yards after the catch right there? Great effort by David Gears in kicking up a gear. You know, what a play by him and by this offense.
Shotgun formation this time. Look for the deep post route here to Gears, perhaps. As no, it's going to be a handoff to Baloo Scott. That one is going to go for no gain. And Baloo Scott is again stifled by one of the linebackers, Diamond, this time.
Yeah, Diamond, great tackle in the middle. Not a lot of times that, you know, we call his name, but Diamond, obviously a part of this great defense that Jacksonville has up front.
2nd down and 10. To pass, and Blanton gets rolled up. He gets up, though. This pass incomplete. Schwint makes the hit.
Yeah, the 6th-season veteran. What a great tackle by him. A tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Sorry, not technically a tackle, just a quarterback hit, but that's the pressure you want to see against this Seattle offense, who Ramos was rolling very early on.
Yes, indeed. Bunch formation for Seattle with 4 wideouts. This pass by Bland is going to be way overthrown by about 5 yards as Jacksonville gets another stop.
Yeah, finally a stop by them that's not a turnover. That turnover was great fortune. It seemed like this time it's just good, solid defense all around.
4th down situation, another big stop for Jacksonville as they were put a little bit behind the 8 ball as from the 48, the Nemesis will punt it away. This one will go inside the 20-yard line and fair caught at the 11. The SFL will like to recognize some staff who operate mostly behind the scenes to keep the league operational. Some guy named Mike Dax directs the broadcast team, compiling research data, collecting availability, and scheduling crews. Chris Curtis provides assistance and technical support and vets new broadcasters. Stephen Hacker directs game day operations to ensure broadcast and stat teams are functional all weekend long. Check back in future weeks to hear more about how the SFL is the most well-run simulation operation as this pass goes deep and incomplete. And Mark, I'll tell you what, man, this Seattle back end is absolutely on point so far in this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How about 27 yards allowed in 1.5 quarters so far? How about that? What a defense they've had against the Jacksonville passing game. You talk about the pass deflections, they've had already 6 in this game. 6 pass deflections in 12 attempts for O.J. Bruin.
2nd down and 10 yards to go. Midway through the 2nd quarter, bunch set for Jacksonville. Bruin drops back. Bruin to the outside. The pass is caught, turning upfield and getting to the 1st down marker barely. Is going to be Swayze for another 1st down.
That was both a good play by the offense, finding Swayze, who was able to run to the corner, and the defense. I did not catch a number of the defender who just stopped marking Swayze, allowing Swayze to run those extra yards for the 1st down.
1st down and 10 with the ball at the 21-yard line. Bruin changing the play at the line. Bruin, the pass to the outside is going to be caught by Ellington, actually ruled out of bounds. As Kingston Ellington cannot hold on to the football before he steps out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Unfortunately, Kingston Ellington, the only Jacksonville receiver without a official reception in this evening. Already at 4 targets though, so you see O.J. Bruin's favorite target, Ellington, Seattle's number 1 enemy against the passing game, Ellington. They've covered him well.
2nd and 10 yards to go. Bruin to pass. The pass middle is caught.
Wow.
For a 1st down. That's Kingston Ellington redeeming himself from the previous play as Jacksonville will move the chains.
And to my point, you saw right there after that play, there were more black uniforms in the area than there was Ellington. Yet Ellington, gets the ball anyway, picks up yards for his team in another 3rd down situation. What a play.
1st and 10 at the 35. Bruin to throw. Bruin outside. The pass caught. And good for a gain of 7 as Amar Bryant makes the tackle.
Able to overcome the pressure of Amar Bryant and makes the catch anyway. That was really tight coverage by him. So credit the receiver.
2nd down and 3 yards to go. 11 personnel this time. Bruin under center will throw. The pass swings it out to Sanders. He goes nowhere. Loss of about half a yard as David Horrell makes the tackle.
I'm going to guess that Seattle's game plan, stop Ellington, number 1, against Ellington, they've covered him really well. And stop Sean Sanders, who also has been struggling.
It's gonna be a handoff to Sanders going to the outside.
Oh,
Best play of the
my!
game for the running back. As he gets to the 42, and Jacksonville moves the sticks.
Yeah, absolutely great run by Sanders. I mean, even if your assignment is stop Sanders, how about 2 blocks right there, number 56,
Oh.
and then another block right there. Oh my goodness, those are some incredible blocking by this team on that one play, and then suddenly a great play by Sean Sanders for 16 yards.
First down, 10 yards to go. With a little bit over 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. It's been a defensive matchup so far, even though the offenses have been able to move the ball pretty decently well. Sanders with a stutter step. Sanders with another spin and gets to the first down marker.
Sanders must have a mic in the booth. He must have heard some of our comments because suddenly he's flipped a switch and 2 huge plays in a row by him. 10 yards this time.
Sanders up to 25 yards on 4 attempts. O.J. Bruin will choose to go shotgun now. Bruin to throw. Bruin steps up and the sack is made by 2 Seattle defenders for a loss of 5.
You can see there Sean Parent celebrating, and why not? What a great sack by him. By this defense, I didn't catch who the other defender was, but you know, stopping the rolling offense of Seattle in this drive, that's a good start.
On second down and 15, Bruin will throw the ball deep, and the pass is knocked away and could have been intercepted. Both these corners are doing sensational job, on covering the corner routes. 3rd and 15 coming up.
Yeah, those corner routes have been, you know, tough options for this Jacksonville offense. And Bruin, you could see times he was patient, times he was taking his space, ended up throwing middle. That time he threw deep and there was nothing doing.
3rd down and 15, Bruin deep, and the pass is picked off again by Bryant.
Oh my goodness, Bryant is just on another level in this game, and you could see that he read that play from miles away. Right there, he starts running for the interception. He knew it was where it was going to and where he had to be to make the interception, and gets it for his team for his 2nd of the evening. Look at that, 2 pass deflections as well. Talk about the cornerbacks doing magic for this team.
1st down and 10 yards to go with the ball at the 21. 12 personnel for Seattle. They'll hand the ball off to Scott. Lou Scott with no space gets tackled at the line. And that's the 2-minute warning from Seattle. The Nemesis lead still 7-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Blanton to throw the pass to the outside is going to be ruled a catch. What do you think?
I don't know, it was a tough angle for us up here in the booth. By the time the ball was caught, receiver was just behind our graphics. But the opposing team does not seem to challenge it. They don't think it was the wrong call, so both teams will go with it, and I think that's fine.
3rd down and 4 from the offset I formation. No review from the booth. Blend to throw. Blend the pass. Middle. Incomplete. In double coverage. And Seattle will be forced to punt the ball again.
Yeah, unfortunate. Somehow their offensive mojo from the first quarter and early on the second quarter isn't showing up 2 drives in a row. Another punt from them.
Down and 4. Jacksonville will have plenty of time with 3 timeouts to try to get a score before the end of the first half. This punt is a pretty good one to the 31, but here's the return. to the 36. Decent field position for Jacksonville. And interesting to see, Mark, what we're going to see. I mean, does Sean Sanders get the ball at least once after that explosive drive? You do have to account for the clock, though.
Yeah, absolutely. If they want to give it to Sanders, they have to design a play that involves a lot of the good blocking we saw generate him a lot of those yards.
First down and 10 from the 11 personnel this time. Bruin to throw. Bruin with time. The pass middle is caught. Gain of 5. As Jacksonville will huddle up and think about the next play. Not, with no pressure.
Yeah, they are in their 41, so they're just a little over the midfield. This is very, probable, likely that they get within field goal kicking range.
Bruin to throw. Bruin, the pass on the outside is caught by Ellington, as now Jacksonville will go in the no huddle.
Not a bad position for no huddle.
Bruin, play action. Bruin, pass, short, caught by Sanders, who gets 4 on the play, gets tackled inbounds. Less than a minute left here in the second quarter. Bruin to throw. Bruin, pump fakes. The pass, middle is going to be knocked away by Katie Horrell. And we'll have a 3rd and 6.
Katie Horrell already having a great evening for herself. 3 tackles. That's pass deflection number 1 from her. She has been all night on top of tackling the running game, tackling Sean Sanders, and a great pass deflection by her in that one.
3rd down and 6. Bruin again changing the call at the line. It's going to be a play action. Bruin passes middle. The pass caught by Ellington for a first, as Jacksonville calls a timeout.
Great play right there. Great timeout as well with 43 seconds. Giving themselves, this could be around 3 more plays. And with their 2 timeouts remaining, it's very possible, it's very likely they end up putting some points on the board. Seattle really looking to stop them from gaining any more yards, if at all.
1st and 10 from the bunch. Bruin will pass to Sanders. Sanders goes to the outside, and Sean Sanders will have 8, doesn't get out of bounds. 2nd down and 2 yards to go from the 33. With the hurry up, play action. Bruin passes deep. The pass picked off again. And being returned to the 12-yard line. Every single pass that has gone deep has gone Seattle's way.
How unfortunate. 3rd turnover right there. Jacksonville looked like they were rolling. And another interception. It has been why Jacksonville only has 0 on the board.
And it's just been a great defensive showcase here by the Nemesis, especially in the passing game. The handoff goes to Beluska just to run out the rest of this clock. And we will go into halftime. 7-0. Nemesis on top. And now that we get shortened halftime shows, I want to ask you what are your keys for the second half, and what do you think of the first half?
This is a great game, or a great first half so far. I think, obviously, Seattle's defense gotta keep up their passing defense. I think Ramos at the end of that second quarter, their passing defense started to slip up, but they were just able to get away with an interception to close out the half. I think they gotta keep that up because their running game, besides the 2 huge runs by Sanders, have been non-existent for Jacksonville. On the other hand, Jacksonville, they really have to watch out for Baloo Scott. Good for them for stopping Baloo, for only 1 yard, 0 yards in her last 2 carries. And they really got to watch out for her.
O.J. Bruin in the first half, about 54% completion rate. 3 interceptions and a QBR of 21 points. Though it's Seattle on the offense first. Travis Glenn with 100 yards passing. QBR of 76.6, better than Bruin, but has also struggled mightily. Didn't struggle that time as Zachary Patton gets the catch for a first down, Seattle.
You know, with Seattle with the ball starting in this first half, and good play right there to start the half. You know, you want to get out of your locker room with some good momentum, get 14 yards for Patton, and yeah, good start for them.
First down and 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 39-yard line from the eye. Beluscott gets the handoff. Beluscott breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and gets it to the 45-yard line. A 7-yard gain on the play. That was Beluscott's 14th rushing attempt of the day. A little bit over 50 yards so far in this one.
Yeah, solid run by her. I think there was a little bit of tangling in the middle between her and one wide receiver. She could have gone for more yards, but 7 yards is still solid.
From the eye, Blanton passes it to Beluscott, and Beluscott gets the edge, gets the angle for a first down. Beluscott's 5th grab of the game, so she has touched the ball 19 times.
Wow.
Here in a little bit over a half. First down.
I mean, Beluscott as well on that play. Same play that she ran, or the same play that they ran for her that gave them the first touchdown of the game. And you saw right there, good for a first down as well.
No deep middle safety this time, as they will hand the ball off to Beluscott. And she gets clobbered for only a gain of 2.
Again, heavy usage by Beluscott for the last 5 plays, including the last one in that first half to her.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Offset I formation. Blanton to throw. Blanton passes middle, and the pass is caught. What a beautiful play by Trellis Blanton. Perhaps his best play of the night.
Absolutely.
For another first.
Yeah, and getting away from the blitz too, as the blitz was coming to him. But Blanton gets the ball out in time and in stride and on target. So what a play, as you said, by Blanton.
That was Steve Jackson's first grab of the game. We have heard to hear from Paulie Truth, the number 1 tight end. Blanton, he will go down this time. He tried to step away from the sack again, but didn't work out, and Jacksonville gets a sack.
That was a big sack, and for a loss of 3 as well. Nonetheless, that's a rough sack as well. It's gonna rough up Blanton. Hopefully he gets back up and is good for play. No notice of injury, so that's good. Blanton is still there on the field.
Second down and 13 yards to go. Ball at the 42-yard line with 4 wideouts. Blanton will throw. Blanton steps left. If Blanton leaves his pass, it's going to be incomplete. 3 defenders in the area. Just a bad decision overall by Trellis. Lucky he wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, absolutely bad decision in my opinion too. Usually when you see more of the opponent's colors on one side than yours, don't throw there. Probably saw something that we did not see in the booth, but nothing happened anyway for Seattle. Could have been an interception too with how many defenders there were in that spot.
Third down and 13, Blanton deep. The pass again is the second time we've seen Trellis Blanton overthrow a receiver by like 7 yards. As Jacksonville will get yet another stop on defense.
Yeah, another one that's also within their side of the field. Could this be a little bit of a chemistry issue twice already, overthrowing his receivers, or maybe miscommunication? Time will tell. But, a positive yardage drive, netting nothing.
This punt goes away, will bounce at the 5. And into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Sunday night, the focus of the SFL slate shifts west, where once again the Las Vegas Fury and the Arizona Scorpions are in a battle at the top of the West Division standings. Can the Fury stop Arizona's unbeaten run? Kickoff is at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. with action around the league beginning in Detroit at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. SFL action tomorrow night only on SFL YouTube. First down and 10. Bruin will throw. Bruin again the corner route, and now this time Kingston Ellington gets the better of Bryant. He breaks the tackle and goes to the 30.
Oh my goodness, Ellington, look at that. Thrown to 8 times. Earlier in this game, only had 1 reception in 5 targets, and now 5 receptions in 8 targets. I don't know if my math was correct on that one, but what a huge play by him. Makes himself open, and what a great round. After number 24 jumps that ball, there were no other defender for many more yards, and that's why he was able to run for that much, Ramos. And kind of the risk of trying to jump a pass is that you lose your man, he's gone.
First down and 10 with the ball at the 30-yard line. Bruin will throw. The pass to the outside is caught. Getting outside, getting out of bounds is going to be the receiver for a gain of 5 yards. Mike O'Neill in the chat. Ellington versus ABJ is money. Yeah, man, that alone has been worth this game. I mean, it's almost like a pay-per-view kind of event. With one of the best cornerbacks in the business, Amar Bryant, and Kingston Ellington finally getting the best of him.
Mm-hmm.
Bruin to throw. Bruin with time. The pass middle incomplete and should have been picked.
Wow.
3rd and 5.
These defenders, they just have their number on OG Bruin, it seems. How many times have we seen a defender rush to a spot before the receiver even got there, gets a pass deflection, another pass deflection against OG Bruin.
3rd down and 5 yards to go in field goal range. Look outside, maybe a play action out route. Opportunity for Bruin. He goes with the out route. The pass is going to be caught wide open.
Wow.
For a gain of 12 for another first down. And for the first time, Jacksonville is inside the 15.
Great call by you, and great call by this Jacksonville offense, finding that open space on the outside. I agree, I would have gone with that play as well. Get easy yards, get first down, and establish your team within the red zone. And here they are in the red zone.
First down and 10 at the 13-yard line. Bruin to throw. Bruin with time. Checks it down to Sanders, who will go backwards.
That is not the best play for sure. All throws to Sanders so far have been for little yards, except there was one huge pass play to him. But besides that, not a lot from him. 4 receptions for 8 yards, including the one long one he had in the first half.
Look again, Ellington against Bryant. They go that direction, and the pass is incomplete. Wow. Amar Bryant Jr. gets the better of Kingston Ellington that time, and it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, how about the battle between these players? It goes back and forth between Kingston Ellington and Amar Bryant. Obviously, Amar Bryant winning more of those battles with the 2 interceptions and several deflections that are against Ellington. But what a battle we're seeing.
3rd down, 13 yards to go. OJ Bruin is under center. He will throw. Bruin, the pass, checks it down to Sanders again, and that will go absolutely nowhere. Loss of maybe half a yard, and Seattle will get half a stop.
Yeah, they should really take that out of their playbook for this game. There's nothing that play will yield. Defenders know of it coming. Defenders are quick to stop it, and quick to stop it they have, only allowing 3 points.
This is going to be from 34 yards out. And the kick is up and good for Jacksonville. 7-3. Nemesis over Kings. And it's been remarkable, really, how Seattle has really stifled this offense for the most part. We did get that long catch by Kingston Ellington, but when you look at OJ Bruin's numbers, 19 of 33, so under 60% completion rate, and the QBR is 31.5 so far. His return by Seattle will get it past the 20, and reversing the field is the returner. They will give him forward progress to the 22-yard line.
But you gotta give credit to this Jacksonville defense as well. You know, you look at the first scoring drive of Seattle, that was 69 yards. Ever since then, they've created 115 yards. Ramos, they've scored 0. They've put 0 on the board despite that.
First down and 10. Blanton to throw. Blanton, the pass is caught this time. Right up the seam is David Gears for another catch. David Gears by far has been the best receiving target here for Seattle. That was his 6th grab of the game for over now 60 yards.
Yeah, what a play. Exactly 60 yards according to our statisticians on the truck. And yeah, you're right. 6th catch, 8 targets. That's 75% whenever the ball is thrown to him. How about reliable? All reliable.
First down and 10 for Seattle. Another offsides penalty as Baloo Scott makes a spin move, and we'll get about 6 on the play. I think you accept this penalty and get another first down here.
Absolutely. Another free down is always worth taking.
Taekwon Hill, the long veteran with the infraction, 11 seasons, all with Jacksonville, a 3-time All-Star. Trellis Blanton's numbers, not too shabby, 143 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Does have that 1 interception, though. This run with Baloo Scott, I don't know how, but some way she found the space for about 4.5 yards, 2nd and inches.
I mean, a 5'11" frame, 205 pounds. She's probably skinny enough to squeeze through the slightest crack. And she did there, able to eke out almost 10 yards, actually.
2nd down and inches. 12 personnel again for Seattle. They will hand the ball off to Scott. Easily picks up a first down to midfield.
Your first down generator in Scott Ballou does it again with another first down.
During the season, if I can get everything right here as we have a Baloo Scott run for another gain of 1. Seattle is 17th in the league in rushing yards per game, averaging 83 rushing yards a game. And the defense for Jacksonville against the run ranks 22nd, allowing 106 yards per game, 2 more than Seattle, who ranks 20th at 104 yards per game rushing allowed. Glenn will throw to the outside. Baloo Scott, can she make a guy miss? No, she cannot. That answer is a resounding no, as she gets pushed backwards for a loss of 2.
And Gooden giving her good tackle right there. Large hit, takes her down, unable to spin away from that one, unlike what she did several times this game.
Do they dare to go deep this time, Seattle? Blanton will pass. Intermediate route. The pass is caught.
Oh.
On the slant, a great catch made by the receiver.
Absolutely great catch. That was Gus Scott catching it on a dive. Well, almost on a dive. That looked like just dropping down and getting the catch. Ooh, looked like he secured it at the last second.
Yep.
You know, there was a chance that it could slip off his hand on his way down, but that's what you want from your receiver. Hold on to that ball, buddy.
He was the number 3 wideout in DC, gets an upgrade in the depth chart, going to Seattle, now the number 2. This pass is knocked away at the line by Joey Schwinn, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
That was only Jacksonville's 2nd pass deflection in the game. You can see 70% throwing percentage for Blanton. You compare that to the 57% by OJ Bruin, and you can see how much each passing defense has affected the other quarterback.
Second down and 10 with the ball at the 33. Scott gets the handoff, and she will only get one on the right side. Great tackle made on the outside. Provided by big number 99 on Jacksonville. That's going to be TJ Harper, the rookie. First round pick, 23rd overall. Just on the fringes of field goal range here, Mark. You don't want to give up a sack and surrender that field position. Blanton will throw. Blanton goes deep, and the pass picks up. That's even worse, as it's been returned to the 28-yard line as Young Vod gets another crucial stop for Jacksonville.
Yeah, this game we've seen so many turnovers, so many interceptions in one evening. The score is still 3-7. Seattle has generated 220 yards, Jacksonville 180 yards. We've seen over 400 yards total between teams, and yet the turnovers is what's kind of the reason why we only have 10 points on the board.
First down and 10 with the ball at the 28-yard line. 11 personnel. Bruin to throw. Bruin with time. Bruin checks it down to Sanders, and Sanders trying to get some space and will not. A loss of about half a yard. Second and 11.
It's absolutely a coverage tackle. Nobody deep for Jacksonville. Nobody deep for OG Bruin. And even though he had all day, his only option was Sanders. Seattle will take it. They'll tackle Sanders all day.
Second down and 11 yards to go. Same formation. Bruin to throw. Bruin deep. The pass picked off. Picked up in return past the 40, past the 30, breaking a tackle, and up to the 24-yard line. Jacksonville gives it right back.
Are we watching the wrong game? Is this not a game of football? I think these teams are playing another game that we don't know of. You guys should be throwing to your team, not to the opponent's team. In this half alone, that's about 2-3 interceptions in this half. 2 interceptions in this half.
As the underbettors are starting to count their money. So I'm not sure if we're going to get to 49 points. We have 10 so far. Blanton will throw. Blanton to the outside. The pass is caught by Patton. Number 8. With 28 seconds left. And let's send it back to Cam for an update. Cam?
Thank you, Ramos. What a strange night in the SFL. This a handoff to Murray's backup, who's out. Ben Stackenpaper had the pick six earlier, forces the fumble. In this block, we have 35 total points and 17 total turnovers. Baltimore leads 20-5.
That could be SFL's scorigami alert, as this pass goes to the outside for a first down. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Put your 4s up, 86s, 12s, 68s. We're heading to the fourth. Seattle 7, Jacksonville 3 in this baseball football action here in the SFL.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com as Baloo Scott gets 6 on that swing play. Second down and 4. And Mark, if Seattle scores a touchdown, man, at this point, that may be the winning score.
Yeah, absolutely. But this close to the end zone, Ramos, we might see a heavy dose of Baloo Scott and even an out route by her.
Scott gets the handoff, tries to juke, and really goes nowhere, maybe half a yard gain as Young Vod makes the stop.
Young Vod already up to A lot of tackles in this game. We have to double check. 7 tackles, 9 total if you include their assists, plus the 1 interception he had earlier on. He's having a night at 2.
Landing the pass deep, and the pass is going to be knocked away and picked off. Why not?
Oh my goodness. What was the stat of Cam? This block, we have like 17 turnovers. I feel like a lot of those already coming from this game alone. That is interception number 7 in this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
18 total turnovers, and we still have 10 points on the board between Seattle and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's offense needs to cook something right now. I don't know how many chances they're going to have. Look for Kingston Ellington going deep on the corner route. Look for that. They may try to go deep on their first play. Bruin to throw. Bruin, they go opposite side, and the pass is knocked away.
Wow.
Wow is right as Valentine makes the PD. Very athletic play by the corner. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, you're right about Jacksonville's offense needing to turn something up in this game. That last drive, it was unfortunate that they had an interception because that was off of an interception. Now, the 2nd interception is quarter. They got to get points on the board.
Sanders gets the catch and shy of the first down marker. O.J. Bruin and Trellis Bland, very similar numbers. Yards and interceptions related. That touchdown by Trellis Bland, the difference in this ball game. O.J. Bruin under center. Sanders gets the handoff and he can get the first down. I mean, this is a weird game so far, Mark. Tons of interceptions. We've seen offenses really, have good plays, but when it comes to scoring situations, they just cannot put points on the board. Bruin with a play action. Bruin going outside. The pass is caught for another first down. Jacksonville going out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Are the Kings.
Nicely right there by Jacksonville. The Kings able to find an out route for an open play off of a fake handoff. But yeah, I agree with your point. It has been a strange evening for this game. Only 10 points, and we're already nearing the fourth quarter. Jacksonville, though, not too bad. Already at their 43-yard line.
And off to Sanders, who will get more space and pushes for 7 on the play up to midfield.
That was only attempt number 6 by Sanders, who was averaging actually 5.7 yards, so not too shabby.
Not at all. 2nd and 3 coming up. Let's see if they give the ball to Sanders again. 3 wide receivers, though. Maybe Sanders to the far sideline on a swing route. Bruin is going to be actually a delay handoff. The run goes for a good gain of 8 and another first down, Jacksonville.
That's some good eyes by Bruin, spotting the defense, spotting the last second opening on the line, and you saw right there, late handoff. Sean Sanders with another big gain for his team.
Another first down and 10 for the Kings. 3 wide receivers again, same formation as the last play. Gonna be a counter. Sanders ball up, and Sanders goes to the outside, finds a little bit of a crease for 3.
And Brady Clark, good tackle right there in the middle. The safety working as his namesake, being the safety valve on what could have been a huge run by Sanders, who broke away several tackles in a row.
2nd down and 7, free play for Bruin. The pass, a check down to Sanders, goes to the outside. Only a gain of about a yard, so they will accept this penalty. Let's take a look at our 62 one more time.
Yeah, I do think that's definitely offsides. Defender jumped that way too early.
Offsides it is. The Kings accept, and they will be just on the outskirts of field goal range, though you may think at this point, Mark, this is 4th down territory with the time left.
Yep.
From the 34-yard line. 2nd and 2. Bruin with the play action. Bruin passes deep, and the pass picked off again.
No!
Being returned by Clark to the 31-yard line. And just, they don't want to score, man.
I think we've seen, was that 4 interceptions in a row, almost feels like.
I mean, triple coverage. What are you doing?
Since Jacksonville's second drive where they scored a field goal, that is 4 drives total from each, or total combined by both teams. All 4 drives have been an interception. What a game we're watching.
Under 7 minutes left here in this game. Seattle leads 7-3. Offset I formation, 2 tight ends. Blanton will hand the ball off to the right side, but Lou Scott goes nowhere as John Martin makes the tackle for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, I think Baloo Scott should have run to the inside of number 44 instead of to the outside. Looked like she was having a hard time navigating her block, and that led to the tackle for loss. Lining up for possibly another Baloo Scott play.
I mean, the Seattle Nemesis came into this game allowing 32 points per game. They have allowed 3 through 3.5 quarters as Baloo Scott gets the handoff to recover that 1 yard. Martin again on the tackle.
Yeah, Martin busy all day, all evening. And to your point about the points allowed by Seattle, they have allowed 32 points, as you mentioned. An interesting stat, though, all 4 teams they played in their 4 weeks of play this season have not actually been scoring more than 32 points per game. So teams against them have been overperforming, except for tonight.
Carlos Blanton checks it down for a gain of about 2 yards. And that goes absolutely nowhere. 4th down and 7 yards to go as Boot will come into the field and make another punt. This punt goes away. Good hang time on that one, and no return. Just to the 25 for Jacksonville. Don't leave the stream without joining our Discord server. There is so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check our content. Check out content for teams and around the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon on the menu. The SFL community, 2,000 strong. We will see you there as LJ Bruin goes deep in the pass.
My God.
One more time as Amar Bryant just has that receiver on lock, man. There's just that's it.
Yeah. Amar Bryant, what a defender, what a player. We've been calling his name. Oh my God, great hands by him, picking off the tip ball. He's gonna get lots of cheers by his team on the way out of this game, win or lose.
Lou Scott with 22 carries, 66 yards. That's 3 per carry. Something tells me Baloo Scott's rushing number will only go up here on this drive. But not on this play. Australia's Blanton will pass, and the pass could have been intercepted again. Caught, though, for a gain of 2. Paulie Truth, welcome to the game, sir.
Welcome to a bizarre game. We've seen 5 of the last 6 drives have been interceptions, and that one was almost a back-to-back interception.
2nd down and 8. at the 24. Jacksonville showing a blitz. They back off, but Baloo Scott gets good yards on the play. 9 of them for another Seattle first down.
Yeah, this is at least the third time we've seen them inside the 20 of Jacksonville. And how many times have we seen them throw an interception in the end zone? It seems like a lot of times. A lot of players, a lot of members in the chat calling for run the ball, run the clock. I agree. Just pound the ball, run the clock. You have 4 minutes and all the momentum.
I formation for Blanton. Handoff goes to Baloo Scott, and she will be tackled for a loss again. Well, Mark, if you like 1950s football, this is your game, buddy.
Wasn't there when that season, or I wasn't there that year, but I do like this kind of ball game.
Second down and 11 yards to go, I formation. Hand off to Scott. Baloo gets 2. Up to the 15-yard line, and a 3rd and 9 coming up for Seattle. I mean, at this point, I don't know what to do. I mean, maybe you just swing it out, run it, kick a field goal, be up by 7. I mean, don't throw another interception, I guess.
Yeah, that's the key at the beginning of the game. It's going to be the key in this play. Just don't turn the ball over.
Land under center, milking the clock. There will hand the ball off to Baloo Scott. Only 1 yard on the play, but that will set up a field goal for Seattle. This will go all the way down to the 2-minute warning. No need to snap the ball before then. Some hard count by the special teams unit. And we will reach the 2-minute warning here in the 4th. Seattle 7, Jacksonville 3. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Last 2 minutes. Seattle attempt a 31-yard field goal. We'll be up by 7. Kick is up, and it is good from 31 yards away. Hey, Mark, we have points.
Yeah, finally, not a lot of points though. Still a sub 14-point game total. But now Jacksonville, 7 points. They are now pressed to put up 7 and match that. Field goal will not do, and they have under 2 minutes. They have their 3 timeouts. So this will be a 2-minute drill. Can Jacksonville make something happen, or will Seattle's defense prevail?
This is going to be a return from the 5. Past the 20. A good special teams coverage for the Nemesis at the 24. And it's going to be 1 minute and 54 seconds for O.J. Bruin and company to travel 76 yards. O.J. Bruin in tonight's game, 172 yards passing. Completion percentage about 55%. And has thrown 6 interceptions. O.J. Bruin to the outside. Sean Sanders gets the catch. Sanders goes upfield for a pickup of 3 yards. And Jacksonville will go in the no huddle. Play action. Bruin to throw deep. The pass. Picked off.
Oh! That's
Picked off.
an
Return past the 50, past the 40 to the 37-yard line. And an absolute nightmare game by O.J. Bruin finishes with yet another interception, or at least we think so. I mean, Jacksonville still has 3 timeouts.
That's true. But what an unfortunate turn of events. They do have 3 timeouts, but look at where the ball is. It's really close to field goal range, if not, it's at the border field goal range. 2 more yards, 3 more yards.
First down and 10. First down seals this. 12 personnel by Bland and company. They will throw. Pass to the outside. Oh, very dangerous. Could have been by Gooden, but it's caught for a pickup of 3. Second down and 7 yards to go. Jacksonville with 2 timeouts. Minute and 25 seconds left. Here in the fourth quarter. Seattle in the outskirts of field goal range. It will be a 51-yarder from here. Blanton will throw again. Blanton goes middle. The pass caught by Patton. A gain of 6, shy of the first down marker. And Jacksonville will call their second timeout.
But this is already in field goal range. Seattle just has to kick it, put it up to 10, and that might be it for Jacksonville.
Third down and inches. Offset I formation. The handoff goes to Beluska to the outside, and that's game over.
Yes, sir. And what a way to do it by Seattle. They turning around their defensive numbers after a bye week, suddenly allowing only Jacksonville, one of the premier teams in, throughout the history of SFL, to only 3 points.
Wow. Seattle's best defensive effort in franchise history. So good, the offense just really couldn't score inside the 20, even though they had many opportunities. And they will still come away with a 10-3 victory. Seattle will go to 2-3. Jacksonville falls to 2-3. As Seattle tries to keep pace with the Portland Fleet in the West.
Yeah, just 2 games behind them, so very good. That's still a good pace to keep up with.
Final kneel down of this ball game. And the Seattle Nemesis will get their 3rd win in franchise history as they defeat the Jacksonville Kings 10-3. And I want to hear your thoughts of the ball game as well as your player of the game.
It has been an incredibly bizarre game, at least in my standards. How many interceptions we've seen in this game. I think, it just goes to show how important it is to both protect the ball, don't turn the ball over, take away the ball from your opponent, and score off of those turnovers. We saw a lot of turnovers. We didn't see a lot of scores off of turnovers. The difference was perhaps the Beluska touchdown in the first quarter, as that is the difference of this game.
Absolutely. Total yards. 233 and 278. Just a complete slugfest. OJ Bruin, best pass of the night on that one to Kingston Ellington. And other than that, it was just rough out there. My player of the game is Amar Bryant Jr.
Yes, sir.
Because I think he did everything and more. Not only got the 2 interceptions, but got several pass deflections, and just shut down one side of the field by his own, or on his own. Doug Day could be another one with his multiple interception night. But to me, it will be Amar Bryant Jr.
I'd agree with that. And the other game in the meantime, that ended with 9 turnovers. So if you're looking for a time for a block with plenty of turnovers, this was the one to watch.
That's yet another interception. That one goes to Brady Clark. Well, his blend, 191 yards passing, only 3 picks. And still being the winning quarterback. That's the last pick of the night. Pretty much every single highlight is a defensive highlight. Could not have been any other way. Hebrew with a play action and throwing the ball into single high safety coverage. Doug Day absolutely outstanding tonight playing center fielder. And your player of the game is going to be Baloo Scott, actually. 27 attempts, 90 yards. Also with 28 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. For Mark Lopez, providing the color. Ron Haynes and Ethan Kai on stats. As well as Cameron Irvine pushing the buttons. I was Ramos Lin, and thank you very much for joining us for more SFL action. You'll have a great night, and stay tuned for tomorrow. A batch of really great games coming your way from the SFL Network here on YouTube. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.